Well, it was October 27th. I'm down in my office speaking to my daughter when the fire alarms went off all over the place. So I ran upstairs, and in my grandson's bedroom, he had like a plastic garage tent, and it was on fire. We called the fire department, and they were here within 5, but the damage was unreal. It ruined the room, and the soot, it just spread down the hall. So nobody was hurt, the animals were out, and it was electrical fire that had caught on to the plastic, the sparks from a new nightlight he had up there. So my insurance agent had sent a claims adjuster, and he's the one that recommended RebuildEx. And I met with Buzz, and the three of us made a plan, and it just went like clockwork. I mean, they come up with problems that I was overwhelmed on, and they took care of it. My wife was at work most of the day, and I dealt with Buzz, and the man knew what he was doing. He wasn't a phony. He was honest. He was fair. I mean, it wasn't like he was trying to make an extra butt, and he wasn't trying to shortchange. It was right down the middle, pretty fair. And that's the impression I got from him. His people came in, and they went right to work. They weren't fooling around. These people were professional, the carpenter, the electrician, the plumbers, well respected, and they knew what they were doing. Even to the tile man when he came. It was like a family thing, and it was well organized. I mean, even the picking of the tile, the place that he used, they knew of Buzz, and once you mention his name, you kind of got a little extra attention. Oh, I can tell you a story. I'm handicapped, okay? And when I bought the home, I had a regular shower up there with this little chair I put in, and I had no bars. I did mention it, and Buzz stopped everything. He said he could get a shower that was handicapped, where the seat was built in, and put some bars in. And the next day when he came back, he brought his carpenter with him. Well, what happened was, he says it was all studs at the time. They had to take a piece of my laundry room out because the handicapped shower was bigger than the normal shower. They had to move all the plumbing over, so they knew they were going to have to put a hole in the kitchen here because they were moving the drain over. You can't tell there was a hole up there. The painter had plastered it, painted it at the end, and you never knew. It didn't cost me a penny extra, or the insurance company. I mean, he just kind of worked it in. I was impressed. For some reason, there was no phone jack in the master bedroom. Piece of cake, we'll take care of that. And then I mentioned to Buzz about the fireplace, and his eyes lit up. He just took over. He even had it planned so when you're in bed, it wasn't like on the ground. It's up, and he visionized putting tile around it, and it's really my pride and joy that everybody comes in, they like the bedroom. Well, on the finished job, even down to the wallboard, it was a better quality. When they were putting it up, you could see it. And the insulation, there was more insulation than there was before. I noticed that now in my heating bill. Doing the floors, I know that there's an extra coat of shellac on these floors. They shine better than when they were new. The screen door, that got replaced. And it's a better quality than the one that was on there before. Overall, I was very impressed with RebuildEx and Buzz. And I'd recommend them to anybody, even on a small job, remodeling the kitchen or something, because he's got good people that work for him. Talking to Buzz, he estimated that we would probably move back in the second week of January. And like the 3rd or 4th of January, they were done. So I'd say we were actually a week ahead of time moving back in. We were impressed by that. Well, one of the main concerns is if somebody has a fire, who do I get that can do it and they trust? I mean, it was stressful. RebuildEx took a lot of that off my shoulders. I could see the end of the tunnel. Buzz made that happen. And with Buzz, you're getting top quality. I wouldn't recommend somebody being their own general contractor. Even if they got time on their hands, it's overwhelming because there's so many issues. This guy's showing up on time, the doors are on back order, wait a minute, or the windows aren't in. You need somebody to do the timing and know what they're doing. With me, I was so impressed with RebuildEx from the beginning. There are other companies out there, but I settled with RebuildEx, and I'm happy I did.